Yeah, I mean, obviously they're a talented team. They've got a talented roster. They've got some really top end talent, some quality football players that have been productive in this league for a number of years now. Obviously, they haven't experienced as much success as I'm sure they want in the win-loss column, but they got a big win last week. They've been playing good football. I mean, they're in almost every game. Obviously, they've played up and played some FBS competition as well. But they're, they can challenge you in a couple different ways. They make some big plays on defense. They definitely will challenge you in the pass game offensively. They've got some talented skill players on both sides of the ball. So it's going to be a tough matchup for us. Yeah, I thought the first half we really started strong. I mean, obviously, we kept them under 100 yards of total offense in the first half, and they didn't convert a third down, right? Unfortunately, we gave up that field goal right before halftime, and knowing that they had the ball coming out of half, they were able to put a 13-play drive together in that third quarter. Obviously, we had our opportunities then. They converted 2 fourth downs. One of them was for the touchdown. So, we have to make sure that when we have those money downs, those chances to get off the field defensively, we've got to take advantage of it. But I thought it was a really strong effort across the board by those guys, and really pleased with their progression to this point in the season. Yeah, Asher's obviously been a really steady presence for us under center, right? He's developed really well to this point in the season. He's been extremely efficient in the offense. Will DeMantis was out all year last year due to injury, so he's really playing his first college football snaps this year. And it's good because he's been able to make some big plays for us. Obviously, he's a taller, longer kid. He does run really well. He's a really great strider. He can go get the football. But he's really kind of feeling some things out still. So as he grows in the offense, as Asher grows in the offense, I think more and more of those big plays will present themselves. It was great play design and a great play call, great execution. I think Merrimack's a team that everybody knows is going to play a lot of challenging man coverage looks, right? A lot of man free. And we had a play designed after getting a chunk first down to kind of run a double move and a little smoke and mirror on the perimeter and try to catch them, in the moment. And we did just that. So it was a great design, great route by Will, great execution by Asher, and obviously Will finished in the end zone. Yeah, I thought, we settled into some stuff offensively. I think in the first half we were able to move the ball, through the pass game and on the ground. We didn't move the ball as well in the pass game in the second half. We really had to rely on Jermaine and the other tailbacks and the O-line a lot in that second half to produce some offense for us. And we had our opportunities in the fourth quarter. Obviously, unfortunately, we fumbled, right, but we had the ball inside the 25-yard line 3 times in that fourth quarter. So Jermaine has been such a steady, explosive player for us, and it's really just about keeping him healthy and getting him his touches because he's extremely productive when he does. Yeah, I think for them defensively, they're a 3-down front defense. They're going to play a lot of 3 safety looks and kind of rotate and give you variations of cover 3. They've got some talented players in their secondary. Their most talented probably football player is their defensive end. And he's been, defensive player in the league 2 years in a row now. So he's somebody who can cause some disruption in the run game and the pass game if you allow him to. And then, I think they've also done a good job of making some big plays on defense. They've scored 3 defensive touchdowns this season. So they will, create some turnovers, create some havoc, disrupt the football, and they're looking to get it in the end zone themselves when they do that. Offensively, they've struggled to run the ball a little bit. They do have some really talented receivers. Number 1 and number 3 are probably about as good as any receivers we see in this conference. Their quarterback has done a good job distributing the football, but they've also been behind, right? So they've been forced to throw a little bit, which puts added pressure on their offensive line, and it kind of deters them from trying to run the football and stay ahead of the chain. So, I think that's something that they've struggled with to date, but they can challenge you down the field vertically in their pass game if you allow them to. Yeah, I think for us, it's really kind of settling into who we are, staying ahead of the chains, keeping momentum going, whether it's in the pass game or the run game, right? I think we've done a good job to this point in the season of getting us in looks and situations that are favorable to us, and then it's just we put on the guys to go out and execute, right? Our job as coaches is to put them in position to make plays and make sure that they have the tools available to them to make those plays, and then the guys got to go out and execute on Saturday. So I think we've done that well to date. The execution hasn't always been perfect, right? The game plan hasn't always been perfect, but we've made adjustments, and we're in these football games. We just got to find a way to finish some of these drives in the end zone. Yeah, I think the biggest thing we've drawn as a program from these last 3 weeks is just an understanding that we can trust our process, that we are competitive. We're confident in what we do and how we do things, because it can lead to positive results on the field. Obviously, it didn't result in the win column the way we want it to, and obviously there's no moral victories. However, I think our guys are trusting how we do what we do, and the fact that it will work at whether it's the D2 level or the FCS level. So regardless of who we play, as far as we're concerned, I really don't care what anybody's record is or where the conference standings are. We're playing FCS competition, right? These are teams that have been recruiting at this level for years, competing at this level for years. This is all new to us. So hopefully we can go in there and execute our game plan and play hard and play fast and be the aggressor.